Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to discuss on this episode of the Bullet Points is something that has to be a coincidence. Bill Clinton has come out of hiding. They've pulled him up out of the swamp, and now he's advocating for gun control using the exact same tagline and language that Karine Jean-Pierre said from the press secretary's podium of the White House 2 days ago. We covered it. Nothing is a coincidence. Something is going on. I smell darkness afoot, and that is what we're going to talk about here. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Coincidentally Knives, and then we're going to get it and shed some light on the situation that has to be a coincidence. Now, the sponsor for this episode of Freedom is Coincidentally Knives. Now, of course, knives are a little outside of our realm, but every single 2A advocate needs to fuel their body, and to do that, you need the right tool in the kitchen, which is why I want to show you guys these things. These Coincidentally knives are legit. Right out of the box, check out not only the exquisite design and the nature, but look at the balance on that knife. I got a few things to tell you about them. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and we're going to hit it in 1 second. The knives are made with a high-quality Japanese steel using traditional techniques. Each knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. The knives come in a heavy-duty ash wood box, which makes them a great present. The knives are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world, so why shouldn't they fuel your freedom in your kitchen? Now, Coincidentally has several special offers going on right now and is offering my viewers an extra $50 off on any purchase with the discount code Langley. On top of their special offers, go to coincidentally.com/Langley to get your knife set and help support our channel. All right, beautiful people, as I mentioned in the introduction, there are no coincidences. You guys know I'm just being tongue-in-cheek because everything is orchestrated when it comes to politicians, Democrats, gun control. There are no mistakes. Which leads me to my next point and what we're about to cover. Why would Bill Clinton, a former president who pretty much stays on the sidelines except when they really need him to be out and about, all of a sudden do a PSA and a little video around gun control, referencing his previous assault weapons ban using the exact same tagline, "Enough is enough," that Karine Jean-Pierre did from the White House press secretary podium 2 days ago. Check this out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below and send this one out because it's important to see the entire trend by zooming out and you will find what they are doing. Bill Clinton on gun violence. We must act now. Now, this came out yesterday on November 2nd. Let's get into it. Let's see what Slick Willy has to say. Former President Clinton called on Congress to take further action on gun violence on Wednesday, particularly pushing for the revival of a federal assault weapons ban. Quote, "We must act now," Clinton says in a video with the media company Attention. "Enough is enough," there's the tagline. Now, before we go too deep into this, keep in mind that if you're looking at gun violence, as they call it or term it, or just all the incidents with a firearm in the country that criminals are using, you will easily see that rifles, the broad spectrum category of rifles, is by far smaller than handguns. Fist, knives, blunt objects. Everyone knows this. It's the FBI's own statistics. So why are they hitting it so hard? You have to ask yourself that question. But let's keep going because Willy's got some more stuff, and this is where even the Hill ties it together. It's almost like the mouthpiece for the work the Democrats did is starting to take effect. Check this out. The former president's message echoed similar calls from the White House on Wednesday. Following a spate of recent shootings, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a statement that President Biden will, quote, "continue to do everything in his power to reduce gun violence," also using the line, "enough is enough." Again, in that statement, they didn't say it in this article, but she called for an assault weapons ban, she called for a universal background check, and also the billions of dollars for gun control or gun violence initiatives that they've been trying to put into every single bill possible, the same $5 billion amount. Again, no coincidences. I've done videos on that. Let's continue here and stay focused on Slick Willy. Because now you got to hit the talking points. Even though they're not true, even though they're easily refutable, we got to hit those. Check this out. Clinton emphasizes the effectiveness and broad bipartisan support of the federal assault weapons ban that he signed into law in 1994 and that Congress allowed to expire in 2004. The law received support at the time from former Presidents Carter, Ford, and Reagan. Okay, don't care about that part. Infringing is infringing. I don't care who does it. It's still an infringement. Anyway, this is interesting because in 1994, there was an assault weapons ban signed by Bill Clinton. He then got the midterms, which then turned him completely in a U-turn because he got a shellacking, and Newt Gingrich became the Speaker of the House, if you were familiar, alive, or even want to know the history there. Are they destined to repeat everything that Bill Clinton did and Jimmy Carter? Anyway, I digress. Let's keep going because we're starting to get to the talking points. Here comes the cars again. They have a fixation with this. The former president compares the issue to car safety measures created following the invention of the automobile, such as laws that ban drunk driving and required a driver's license. Now, this is important because they're trying to liken anything in the United States to a concern for safety. There is no right to have an automobile. There is a right to a Second Amendment. You can't just erase the Second Amendment because of your desire for perceived safety. You can regulate cars all you want because that's not a right. Kind of like free speech. You can't do that one either. We're going through the whole rigmarole around that one right now as well. You can't regulate speech rights. You can't do warrantless search and seizure. There's lots of Bill of Rights that you can't violate for your perceived in pursuit of safety. That's the whole point. Dangerous freedom over secure slavery. I think it was secure slavery. I can't remember the exact term, but there's a quote to that, which is a very well summation. Quote, guns are now the leading cause of death among children and teens, Clinton says. Abject lie. We get that in 1 second. But the last time a machine was killing so many kids, it was the automobile, and we actually did something about it. Okay, well, there's the tried and true elitism. Anyway, let's go into the children and teens thing. This has been debunked so many times on this channel alone. It's not children and teens. What's happening is 18 to 21-year-olds are disproportionately being involved in violence and crime, and that's what they're saying. Children are getting murdered more than cars by guns. That's what their whole point is. Guns kill more kids than vehicles. That's their whole talking point, and they had to change it to say children and teens because they got caught on it. It's an abject lie. But let's continue. I got one more thing for you. This is where Slick Willy tries to align with the people of the South. Quote, I grew up in this culture. Most of those people would never do anything to endanger an innocent life, Clinton adds. They have been terrified into thinking that if they agreed the most simple, straightforward, obvious, non-interfering mechanisms, somehow it's the beginning of a slippery slope that will rob them of their Second Amendment rights. It's not true. Please see every single gun control law they've ever implemented. They've never stopped. The Violence Against Women Act? Oh, we finally got the Violence Against Women Act. Oh, that was a starting point. It was a stepping stone. The Bipartisan Gun Control Safety Act, or Bipartisan Safety, I can't remember the title of it right now. That was just a intro step. The whole point here is it's always a death of 1,000 cuts. Man, I'm struggling right now. It's a death of 1,000 cuts. That's their whole point. You put that frog in the boiling pot of water, it will jump out. You put it in lukewarm water and slowly turn it up, you'll get that frog and it just won't notice. And that's what I've got for you guys this morning. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.